Hello there, big wide world. This is one of many talks that I talk about feelings. And I think it's very important going forward because right now in this world, a lot of people are being manipulated through their feelings, mainly their emotions. And mainly because they don't understand what they are, how to navigate them, and how to work through them internally. And so I'm just going to jump into a couple definitions so we have clarity. A feeling is a subtle sensation inside of your body. There are many types of feelings, a lot of them beyond the scopes of words. They're just sensations, and their words are an effort to describe them, but they're not accurate. An emotion is a feeling in which never left the body and builds energy over time. You know, you could say an emotion is anger, jealousy, rage, and these form because essentially our feelings are a vehicle of understanding. They're the vehicle of understanding of our heart and of our intention and our intuition. And when we have feelings throughout our lives, and sometimes we don't listen to them or we don't listen to our heart, those feelings never leave the body and they begin to store energy through more experiences and begin to form emotions. And I'm sure that all of you have experienced some powerful emotions like jealousy or anger or betrayal, or a series of emotions that are intense, right? They're heavy. They pull your consciousness into this reality that is heavy. It's intense and pulls your consciousness into an arena in which you don't have full perception. And also, some of these responses, especially fear-based responses, can activate your amygdala. And your amygdala is your reptilian brain responsible for fight, flight, or freeze, one of your basic survival mechanisms. And if your emotions also tie into your survival instinct and your fear-based emotions, then you can have emotions trigger your amygdala, cause you to go into fight or flight, and the behavior in which you express is similar to what you would do in a life or death situation. However, it's not life or death. It's just your emotions that have formed through ignoring your feelings over time. And so to get past that, you have to ask yourself, what is important to me and what can I do for myself? And how is this emotion a messenger of my own reality? Because if you believe that your emotions are the fault of someone else, then your need is of them to relieve you of your suffering or of your emotions. And so you'll begin to form an idea that you need an apology, you need support, you need something from the other person to eliminate how you feel. But the reality is you don't. You only need to calm down, breathe into it, and put your awareness inside the emotion so that you can gain a greater awareness of what this process means and how you can move through it. And so how does this all relate to our current culture? And so in the States right now, we have Trump, we have COVID, right? And we have racism. We have like the triple threat, right? And Trump brings up a lot of fear in a lot of people about big business, big government, right, just corruption, and you know, wisely slow, because he's got all kinds of problems, and that's for sure. And when you look at COVID, it's the same game. It's a fear game. They want to invoke fear. They, meaning the WHO and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, because they stand to financially profit from a collective decision to follow their initiative, their plan, and their design to how we should respond as a nation, no, a world, to a pandemic, one in which they defined and they prescribed. And so when we jump into racism, it's also the same thing. All of these things invoke fear and emotions in us. And if we're unable to navigate our emotions, right, and we believe as an individual that these emotions are the faults of our external reality, then we're going to be embodied or empowered into living that emotion, that anger, right, that fear, and we're going to bring it into ourselves and project it. And further do more harm than we ever wanted to, because we didn't allow that emotion to pass. We rather allowed it to manifest and to project into our reality and create more disharmony. So the purpose of this video is to advise and to suggest and to plead that if you have an emotion, you don't proceed to talk to anybody else in attempts to take care of it, to work out your emotions, to figure out what to do. Even if you're like on a team or in charge, if you're emotional, you've lost your grounding and you've lost your access to critical thinking, which means you should always step back, reevaluate, and once you are centered, regain control and continue to move forward. This process of emotional growth, emotional maturity is utterly important for this transformation. If we cannot address our own feelings as our own realities, we will continue to project them and to fight over our feelings, i.e. our emotions. So I look forward to hearing some responses to this video. I openly encourage dissent, questions, or anything so that we can come to a very clear understanding about what this reality means, so that we can communicate and work together to build a brighter, better future. Thanks for being here today. I'll see you on the next Tegan Talks. Later.